morning, dear students. This is your Sudha ma'am. Welcome to the third session of lesson 5, that is temperature and its measurement. In our last session, we have studied about clinical thermometer, its uses, precautions to be taken before its usage, and an activity which explains liquids expand on heating. In this session, we are going to study about thermometric liquids like mercury and alcohol, how to create new markings on the thermometer, and about digital thermometer. Before starting these topics, we need to know about the invention of thermometer. Hundreds of years ago, scientists realized that they could measure changes in temperature by using primitive glass device filled with liquids that expanded when they are warm and contracted when they are cold. This is the property of liquid. When if it is heat, it expands, and if it is cool, it contracts, and it is fixed in a primitive glass device. In that way they planned, and they have selected alcohol and mercury were the liquids most commonly used. And thermoscopes, before the invention of thermometer, thermoscopes were the earliest types of thermometers, and they only show changes in temperature but did not show numerical values. That means they cannot indicate the exact temperature by number, but they can show the difference, changes in the temperature. One of the first thermoscopes was developed by Galileo Galilei. He is the person who invented telescope and observed the universe and stars, etc. And he is the person, in our textbook it was mentioned that he is the inventor of thermometer, but actually he didn't invent thermometer, he invented thermoscope, and he invented thermoscope in 1593. This is a thermometer without a scale. For this there is no scale, hence numerical values are not there. It indicates differences in temperature only. It can show if the temperature is higher, lower, or same. But unlike a thermometer, it cannot measure the difference, nor can the result be recorded for future reference. We cannot take it as a reference, as there is no numerical values. The first thermometer was invented by Santorio in the year 1612, and he used air in his thermometer. As a thermometric substance, he used air instead of alcohol or mercury, but its accuracy was poor. And Gabriel Fahrenheit was the first person to make a thermometer by using mercury in the year 1714. What we call it as Fahrenheit scale, that is used by this Gabriel Fahrenheit, and by his name it is named as Fahrenheit scale, which is of 32 degrees F to 212 degrees F. And later in 1742, Anders Celsius is the person invented centigrade scale or Celsius scale, that is of 0 degrees C to 100 degrees C. This is briefly about the history of thermometer. And now coming to the thermometric substances. These are the liquids used in thermometers. As they expand on heating and contract on cooling, we use these liquids as thermometric substances. Example, mercury and alcohol. Coming to the properties of mercury. Its expansion is uniform. That means For equal amount of heat, it expands equal length. This feature helps us to get accurate reading. For equal amount of heat, it expands equal length so that it is we can get the accurate readings. And it is opaque and shiny. This feature also makes us to take the readings correctly and easily. It does not stick to the sides of the glass tube so that accurate reading we can take. And it is a good conductor of heat. It is easily available in pure state. And these are the some properties which makes mercury to use in thermometers. Now moving on to the properties of alcohol. Alcohol also one of the thermometric substance or fluid. It can record very low temperatures. The advantage is it can record very low temperatures. Its expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature is very large. And it can be colored brightly and hence is easily visible. So all these features help us to take accurate reading, whether it is colored or its expansion per degree Celsius rise in temperature is very high. All these factors makes us to take help us to take the correct and accurate readings. Hence this is also used in thermometer. Alcohol also used in thermometers. Children, what will you do if markings on the thermometer are wiped out? That means those numbers are not visible. If these are wiped out, what you will do? I expected the same answer. You will say that we will buy the new one. Yes, isn't it or not? But no need to buy the new thermometer by spending some money. Instead, we can create new markings on the thermometer. Let's learn about it. For that, take some ice cubes in a beaker or a bowl. Immerse thermometer into it for 2 minutes. Say, take some ice cubes in a bowl and take a thermometer and immerse the thermometer bulb into into those ice cubes for 2 minutes. And take it out and mark the mercury levels. After melting ice, mercury levels remains same. That means the temperature is constant. So mark it as 0 degrees Celsius. Then take some water in a beaker. Immerse the thermometer into it and start heating the water. We should boil the water, then it would be converted into steam. That means we have to boil the water till it converts into steam. Now observe the mercury levels. Take out the thermometer once from that beaker and observe the mercury levels. They are raised and reach to a certain point. At certain point they are raised in that capillary tube and at certain point they are constant. And we can make the level at this point as 100 degrees Celsius. So we need to fix the melting point is 0 degrees C and the boiling point is 100 degrees C. That means on our thermometer now we know 2 points. One is 0 degrees C and the higher one, the upper one is 100 degrees Celsius or centigrade. Now divide the distance between these 2 points on the thermometer into 100 equal parts. 100 equal parts. Each of the 100 equal part represent 1 degree Celsius. And we further divide 1 degree into 10 small divisions, like our scale 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm, like that. Again 1 degree into 10 small divisions, which represents 1/10th part of the 1 degree, that is 0.1 degree Celsius or centigrade. In this way we can create new markings on a thermometer. Now moving on to the digital thermometers. In digital thermometers, reading of temperature is displayed digitally as in digital watches. It is a battery operated thermometer with connected measuring sensor and easy to read LCD display. It generates great accurate temperature readings. It is made up of durable plastic material and it is safe to use because no mercury is used in these thermometers. And thermistor thermometers are also digital thermometers, particularly meant for infants and children. Now coming to the advantages of digital thermometers, these are inexpensive, easy to read, require very little maintenance and gives an accurate reading. And coming to the disadvantages, they get damaged easily if dropped and the battery powering them eventually drains out as they are used by battery. So if we use or if we do not use, the battery will drains out. And disposing of battery is also difficult. Generally we should not throw the batteries everywhere, hence we need to take care of this point. Let's summarize today's topics. Today we have studied about history of thermometers, properties of thermometric substances, how to create new markings on a thermometer, and about digital thermometers. That's all for today. Meet you in our next session and take care of yourself, children. Thank you.